Because of errors like this, installing Ubuntu on VMware Workstation can be very painful, more painful than trying and failing to get out of the friend zone, I'd wager. But worry not, because in this video, I'll show you how to install Ubuntu on VMware Workstation step by step, so you can avoid wasting time on errors like this. To get started, simply go to Google and search for Ubuntu downloads. Click on the first result. In here, we're going to download the LTS version of Ubuntu. We're choosing this instead of version 25.10 because the LTS version is more stable, better supported, and less likely to break during installation, which is exactly what we want for a virtual machine. The ISO image is fairly large, but don't worry, the download time will give you a moment to start working on your farm, because with AI replacing everyone, we're all gonna be farmers soon. Once it finishes downloading, go to your downloads folder and move the system image to a dedicated folder. I do this so that I always know where my system images are stored. After that, open VMware Workstation. We're going to create a new virtual machine. Click on Custom and then Next, and Next again. In here, click Browse and select the system image you downloaded. For easy install info, input your name, username, and create a password. I'm going to keep the virtual machine name as recommended and leave the location at its default. Just note that your virtual machine is going to be stored in this directory. If we look back at the Ubuntu website under system requirements, we'll see that this version requires at least 2 CPU cores, 4GB of RAM, and 25GB of storage. So keep these requirements in mind while allocating resources. For the processor, it requires at least 2 cores, but my processor has 8 cores, so I'm going to give the VM 4 and leave the rest for my main operating system. To check your cores, simply open Task Manager, select your CPU, and check down here. Go back and click Next. For system memory, Ubuntu requires at least 4 GB, but I have 32GB, so I'm going to give it 8 and then click on Next. Keep the network type as NAT, leave the controller as recommended, leave the disk type as recommended as well, then click on Next. For the disk, select Create New Virtual Disk and set its size to 40GB. 40GB is more than enough for Ubuntu, but somehow it's not enough for 3 React projects. If you know, you know. I like to check Allocate All Disk Space now because it pre-allocates the full 40GB in advance, which improves performance. Then choose Store Virtual Disk as a single file. The only reason you might want to choose the second option here is if you plan to move this virtual machine to another machine. I'm not going anywhere, so I'll keep this as a single file and click on Next. Keep the name the same. Before clicking on Finish, check Power on this virtual machine after creation. This will create the disk and then automatically launch your VM once it is done. To make the screen larger, go to View, then stretch Guest OS and select Keep Aspect Ratio, and boom, we have a bigger display. At this point, you can start to check out Ubuntu. Click the menu here and type any application you want. I like to go to Display and change the resolution to 1080p to keep everything sharp. The installation is super simple. Just click on Next, Next, Next. In here, make sure that you use wired connection and then click on Next. We're going to skip the updates, then pick Install Ubuntu. Choose Interactive Installation, then Default Selection. Here, check both these boxes. The first one installs graphics and Wi-Fi drivers. The second one downloads codecs for additional media formats like MOV. Next, choose Erase Disk and install Ubuntu. Then create an account by entering your name and creating a strong password. Click on Next. Pick any region you want and make sure that your choices in here match mine. Then begin the installation. Ubuntu is going to need to fetch packages from the internet during installation, so make sure that you have internet access, otherwise you will get errors here. Earlier I was trying to install Ubuntu at the lab and it kept failing. At first I thought I was doing something wrong, but the issue was I was using EduROM. EduROM restricts many websites including the Ubuntu package repositories, so I kept getting this error. If you're on EduROM, use a VPN during installation to bypass the restriction. Once installation is complete, go ahead and restart. After the reboot, click on Next, Next, choose No here, and boom, we have successfully installed Ubuntu. Now before you go, open the terminal and type the following: sudo apt install Cmatrix. After installation, type Cmatrix for the matrix effect. This step is not optional because a Linux installation without Cmatrix is too close to Windows and we can't have that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.